Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests with the Gainesville Garden Club share the many important ways they are preserving the natural beauty of our community, and they invite us to attend their upcoming November 3rd jazz fundraiser to benefit the Paynes Prairie Bartram Trail marker. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. I'm delighted to introduce my guests representing the Gainesville Garden Club, Christy Welch, Social Media Chairman, and Linda Shellhorn, Chairman for the upcoming gala Aged to Perfection. And it's wonderful, Linda and Christy, to have you both here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, certainly. Congratulations, a little bit early, the 100th anniversary of the Gainesville Garden Club. I mean, this is pretty awesome.
It is.
And that is a milestone.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we are looking forward. You'll be coming back to do another Ilene Silverman show with us
We
to
certainly
discuss
hope
that.
so.
Yes, it'll be on the calendar to discuss that whole year and more coming up in celebration. Even though right now you have another gala coming up for the community to be a part of. But before we get to talk about that, kind of tell us a little about yourself. So, Linda, how long have you been a member?
I joined the club in 2003. I joined the Jasmine Circle, which is the evening circle, because I was still working at the time.
Okay.
So we call ourselves the Night Blooming Jasmines, right? But that was great. It was a very active group, and actually is the biggest group in the garden club because a lot of women do work now,
Right.
and men too. We have men in our circle as well. But
Good to be reminded.
it is. It's a great group, and we do a lot of things in the community.
You really
But on the
do.
weekends more than during the
When you
weeks.
have that opportunity, when that time, in your schedule.
Yes.
And you are comprised of these different circles, like you're talking about, that
Correct.
were named appropriately for flowers. And which
Yes.
one do you belong to?
Actually, I belong to the same circle because
Okay.
at the time I was working when I first joined the circle and the club, and it was easier to work around my schedule. But we do have 5 other circles who meet more during the daytime, and they
Right.
have different opportunities that they like to take advantage of at different times as well.
Definitely. And then, Christy, how long have you been a member?
Oh goodness. For as long as I've been in Gainesville,
Okay.
for a whole 6 years.
Still new to the community in a sense, but you've taken on a primary role already with
Yes.
social media, so I would say you value this organization.
Oh my goodness, where do I begin? I have been extremely fortunate as a military veteran and a person who has worked throughout our government through her retirement. When my husband and I had the opportunity to come to Gainesville, we felt such a welcoming and warm atmosphere that it gave us pause, considering we used to move every couple of years.
Yes. Here was your opportunity to stay.
Exactly. And I was extremely fortunate to come across the Gainesville Garden Club because I've always had an interest in digging in the dirt. Maybe not very good at it, but I have my fun. And it was such, again, a welcoming atmosphere. I was given the opportunity to participate and be active in different opportunities where I felt comfortable. I feel like I've made so many friends that
This
will
is
be
so
lifelong
important.
friends.
Of course.
And I feel welcome.
Well,
And I hope I will be able to share that joy with others, whether they are new or old to this community.
Well, I think you're already doing that right now, just as you're telling me and all our viewers. And something you said about digging in the dirt, but you are so much more than what the outsider might think when you say garden club, because you are so much a part of this community in many service projects, in many ways, and we are going to delve into that a little bit more. We're going to take a quick break, but then we'll be covering a lot more of a bit of the history. But we're saving that whole history till the next show. But still, I have known the Garden Club in all my many years since I'm from Gainesville. I always remember your building, which goes back to 1968. I mean, you say Garden Club and it's there. Then now you've got the Laura Carmichael room where I've had events, and of course you go back to 1924. So we'll touch on that history a little bit. But it's a pleasure to let the community know more about the Gainesville Garden Club. 100 years is quite an achievement.
It is.
I think it is, and
I'm
we're looking
excited.
forward to the next 100 years as well.
Well said. And we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the Gainesville Garden Club with Linda Shellhorn and Christy Welch. And I really appreciate all the things you have shared with us about being members of the Garden Club. And as we started to say, you have done so much and are continuing to do so much within this community. So share more about that, Linda.
Well, we work with Ronald McDonald House. We do some gardening for them, and and hopefully in their new building we'll be working with them as well.
Excellent.
We do the Veterans Memorial Park. We have the markers. We landscape around them. Now, we do garden tours, which is a great benefit to people in the community. Those are open. We open up Members House for the most part to go tour gardens.
Outstanding.
And you learn what grows in Gainesville, which is a great thing to learn about.
Right, and how you can do that for your own home and garden.
We do the Women Build Habitat for Humanity. Those are the houses built primarily by women.
Right.
But we do the landscaping when they're done with the houses, and we provide lunches for them every Saturday too. So what else,
I mean,
Christy?
that just fits.
What am I forgetting?
That just fits together. What about Wilmot Gardens?
Oh,
I have
yeah,
a tender
I do.
spot for that, as many
And
do.
for me, I do too. I actually, as soon as they opened the greenhouse, I started working and volunteering there in the therapeutic horticulture program, which is
That's wonderful,
we have
Linda.
PTSD groups, cancer survivor groups,
Right.
different groups that we work with who they get so much benefit out of working in the garden.
And I know you probably feel through your volunteer opportunities, you get a lot of benefit.
I definitely
know.
do. Definitely do.
It's what
Very
makes this
therapeutic to
community
me,
so right. So
mhm.
it's what really is so important and to be
Yes.
treasured about this community. And what about you?
Absolutely.
Yes, Christy.
Oh, goodness. Well, along with many of the programs that we support on a regular basis, like Linda mentioned, we also have specialty projects that a number of the circles will partake in each year. And they will choose a local organization or effort that is going forward and assist them in the best way possible, whether it be monetarily or through garden work, etc. Anyone from peaceful paths to next recovery, perhaps opportunity.
Gainesville Opportunity
thank you.
Center.
Yes,
We've done
yes,
shows.
yes.
We've
Exactly.
featured that
Yes.
And
organization.
Creative Gainesville.
That's
yeah.
right,
Right.
Creative Gainesville, and so on. And we also help local schools, whether it be for holiday gift baskets during
to know.
food baskets during the holidays, and we will work
Gardening,
with different
actual gardening, too.
school gardening,
Yes.
our
to
youth
explain
programs.
what to do
Yeah.
and to have, like you said, the right type of
Sure.
gardens for our environment for
That's
Florida.
right.
Exactly. And we also try to support the youth in our community through camp sponsorships and scholarships and some of the other smaller school specific programs that they may be working on. So there's
It's a lot.
it is, but we have a wonderfully diverse group of members at the club who all have their own particular
Their talents.
interests, their talents, their passions, and they are able to participate and provide back to the community in so many different ways that whether you dig in the
everyone has
dirt
their
or
niche.
not,
Right.
you
You've got
have
your
the opportunity
place.
to get involved.
About how many members do you think you have? Can you?
A little bit over 200, I think
That
now.
is Outstanding.
Although we signed up a bunch at our first general meeting
I'm
of the
glad
year,
to know. So
I'm
there is
still
opportunity
processing
for others who
Oh, yes.
viewers to join and
Oh,
jump in.
definitely.
Oh, I know there is. I know there is. And I want to say it's a wonderful website. I know that.
Well, thank
that
you.
Yes, you have
Thank
put
you.
that together.
I've been quite pleased having that was my particular skill set
Yes, your
that I was
talent.
able to share with the club. I work with computers in a general sense, and so I maintain the website, and I am trying my best to get information out to others in the community so that one, they
can-
know how they can participate in the activities that we have.
Exactly.
And two, we can let them know that we are sharing different opportunities to the
For
community.
instance, we hope you will have our show linked to your website.
Of course.
So that will
Absolutely.
be there.
Absolutely.
And the next show, right? So we
Yes,
really
yes,
appreciate
please.
that. I think communicating, well, we all know how important it is, but to be able, in this time, post-pandemic, and for many ways, just to be able to join together again and do things and be together and
refreshing.
focus, it is. We feel more back to ourselves. And we're going to take another quick break, and then we're going to talk about that next fundraiser
Great.
that Linda is in charge of.
Good.
Excellent.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're discussing the Gainesville Garden Club, and we have so much more to discuss because coming up, the big fundraiser, Linda's Age to Perfection that she's chairing and leading the
right.
way.
That's
And now that we know all the valuable ways that the Gainesville Garden Club is assisting our community, I think it's even more important to know about this first fundraiser coming up.
Right. Our Age to Perfection has become our annual event. This one we're calling Jazzin' for Good because we have a jazz player, Nick DeCarlos. It is November 3rd from 5:30 to 9. You can buy tickets on our website,
Excellent.
ggcfl.org,
Easy
and
to
look
remember.
under events.
Okay.
Events.
Thank you, Christy.
Tickets are only, they're a bargain for Nick DeCarlos, certainly $35 a person or $50 for a couple. So
You're right.
get out there and buy those tickets, although we are going to have to limit it. So,
So
you
you
might
need to
want
do
to get
it.
them fast.
Yes,
That's right.
I understand. Now, this does take place at the Gainesville Garden
It
Club.
does, yes.
Yes, which is another nice opportunity for people to see the beautiful
Yes.
club in case they haven't been there in a while
Yes.
before the 100th anniversary. But tell us more about the evening. Okay, so we got Nick DeCarlos, his quintet. We've got music.
Yes.
What about our food?
So our members, in addition to gardening, love to cook. So all of our members will be providing and cooking this wonderful array of heavy hors d'oeuvres is what I
No,
would
I
say.
understand. It'll be delicious.
We've only done wine and then beer for some people who can't drink wine. This year, one of our members is doing specialty cocktails.
I saw that.
That
Yes.
she's got some things growing in her garden and things, so I can't wait to see. Actually,
How
we had
fun.
a tasting and we had some wonderful things.
And we
So,
had giggles.
Yes, just a few giggles. We tasted food and cocktails. It was wonderful. So it's going to be a great event. It's a silent auction and an actual auction, so we'll be auctioning off some big ticket items and then some silent auction items as well. So the whole facility will be open, our patios,
Right, which is
everything.
yes,
So
which makes it a good time of year. It should
Yes,
be very comfortable
yes.
to be
Hopefully
to walk
hurricanes will be
around.
over.
Yes, no, you don't. I've got that on high authority. No hurricanes.
no
November
hurricanes.
3rd,
Yes,
you're good.
yes.
But of course, this does benefit
Yes.
something important
It
to
does.
the Gainesville Garden Club. So
Yes.
tell us about the Bartram Trail marker and what this will mean.
So when they redid 301, somehow that marker disappeared.
That had been there for a long
For
time.
a long time, right. Bartram is a naturalist from the 1800s. He found and identified all kinds of wildlife and
Right.
plants, birds, animals, and everything. So he's got a great history in this area.
And people are still following this trail, which
Yes,
goes
they
throughout
are.
Florida and
And the
other
South.
southern, throughout the South.
So we want to, in May, there'll be a dedication of the marker. So we are going to provide the funds to supply that marker. So,
Excellent. So that is another wonderful way that you're assisting this community.
Mm-hmm.
But it's important to keep this sense of history
Yes.
available for everyone, so that
Absolutely.
things don't get forgotten.
Absolutely. This has been a wonderful, just one more opportunity for us to encourage the community to reach out and see what is around them in their own backyard.
Yes.
And see the beauty of nature and all it has to offer, and how they can participate even in the small ways in making sure it's preserved for our children.
That is well said, Christy. And I think that the fact that, well, one of your missions when you read the website and in talking to members is to preserve the beauty of the state, of certainly our community, through nature, and making sure that stays available for everyone to enjoy. And we are very fortunate in North Central Florida. We have a beautiful natural environment. William Bartram certainly saw that and so noted it. And the fact that you were dedicated to keeping that going for us and, of course, future generations, it's very important. We appreciate you.
We appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Well, thank you. We still have much more to discuss, but we'll take another quick break.
Okay.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the Gainesville Garden Club with Christy Welch and Linda Shellhorn. And it's going to be a wonderful evening, I know, but there's a whole history to this Age to Perfection, Linda, starting with good friend and then President Fran Miras.
That's right.
Yes.
Fran and I was her vice president at the same time. At the time, we came up with this idea. We wanted an evening social event. We had a lot of things that we wanted to sell to the public and members to make money. So we came up with the idea, we're 93 years old. Why not be aged to perfection?
I love it.
So it seemed like a
Clever.
perfect name for a wine social. So we did it, and
It's
our
grown,
first.
it's continued on.
Our first fundraiser was the blue marker at the Veterans Memorial Park. So, and then we did a gold marker, and then we did Wilmot Gardens Therapeutic Horticulture Program. So we continue.
Outstanding. Yes.
So we always choose a
one
beneficiary
opportunity.
for this event. So
And
it's
here
great.
now, this one just is a perfect alignment with where you go, what you've done before with the Bartram Trail marker.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
opportune. Yes.
Absolutely.
And we talked about markers and a sense of history, Christy, and that kind of goes into the importance of your youth programs.
Absolutely. Without a history to embellish, to build upon, what are we going to teach our children going forward? So it's important for us to be able to provide that continuity of what our state and our environment and our community is about. One of our youth programs involves teaching children how to grow their vegetables in various gardens,
so important
which
now.
we enjoy. But we also strongly support various programs such as Wekiva Camp. We provide sponsorships to children to go to that camp and learn about the environment. Also the Seek Conference, which is for high school age children, in which they can go to a sort of summer camp, but a conference style, where they are looking more towards their future as well as our environmental future and how they can participate as an adult in preserving
so
our environment.
Giving them those goals.
Exactly. And then, of course, our scholarships as well. And all of this is geared towards helping our youth recognize what future opportunities they have to preserve and protect our environment here and wherever else they may lead.
That is true, well said. And never more important than right now, that we all recognize that we need to sustain our wonderful natural environment. And whenever, we always speak about the importance of being out in nature and how for health purposes and peace of mind and how important it is, but to have that beauty kept up and represented, whether it's at Ronald McDonald House or any of the other service projects, Habitat for Humanity, it just means a lot. More than people realize. If it was taken away, we would realize what we were missing.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're doing some wonderful, service to this community that's important.
And we hope to continue to do so for many years to come.
Oh, I think you
I
will.
think so.
Because first of all, we've got this good fundraiser
Yes.
to keep
Yes.
it going. And tell us, Linda, one more
One
time.
more time. Age to Perfection, November 3rd, 5:30 to 9 o'clock. It's a Friday. Buy tickets on our website, ggcfl.org.
All right, and we've got Nick DeCarlos,
Yes.
his quintet. We've got the garden club food and delicious
Cannot be
treats.
missed.
Yes, a specialty drink. We can dance, we can talk, we
Yes.
can have a good time,
Yes.
and we will be benefiting the William Bartram Trail marker. We're getting it back to where it should
Yes.
be,
Yes.
and I look forward to that opportunity and to having a show with you and others of the club to represent your 100th year anniversary.
Wonderful.
Yes, I've already learned a lot, but this will give me and our viewers another opportunity. So I want to thank you, Linda and Christy, for all you're doing for the Gainesville Garden Club, our community, and all your members who are such an important part of this. Many thanks.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad, I look forward to the party, and I'm so glad you tuned in, and I hope you'll join us next week. Take care.